A 10-year-old boy said to me after we worked together for some time, my anxiety is gone. Now, I want to tell you what we did and what he really means by that in this particular video. I'm Dr. Scott Taransky. I've written the book, How to Help Children Self-Regulate Their Emotions, and you can find it at biblicalparenting.org right at the top there. Let's talk about this particular young man. He came to me because his Christian school that he was in told him he couldn't come back to school for a while until he could get his anxiety under control, because he was not only distracting the other kids, he was distracting himself. He couldn't learn. So he was in my office now, and I always work with parents in the office while I'm working with the child, and we started to talk. And this child was very anxious. Just being in my office was anxiety producing for him. And so I said, let me tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about a 14-year-old boy that I worked with who had some terrible anxiety in his life. And I went on to explain how he was trapped in his home. He couldn't get out because of his own anxiety, and how we worked together, and how he came to a point in his life where he said, my anxiety is gone. That was in 11 weeks we worked together. And he said, my anxiety is gone. And this 10-year-old looks at me and he says, do you think that could happen to me? You could hear both the despair and the hope in his voice. And I said, yes, it can happen to you. And we're going to work on that. So I started parents and child working on these things, transferring responsibility to this child for his own anxiety, helping develop a workable plan, encouraging the parents to put him in these anxiety situations that were appropriate for him so that he could practice his plan. And they went to work. And after 3 weeks, we set a time for him to go back to school. And we were feeling anxious about whether he would make it, and he did. He got back into school. He was able to do fine, finish out the year. After working with him for 5 weeks then, he came to me in the session and he said, my anxiety is gone. And that's a miracle for anybody. If you have experienced anxiety, then to be able to say it's gone is just a miracle. But let me tell you what he means by that, and what the other child means as well. Because we worked so hard, and the child then developed this hope to be able to deal with anxiety in his life, he's basically saying this: compared to where I was before and where I am now, it feels like my anxiety is gone. But both of these boys will have to continue to work on anxiety management in their lives in order to move forward. These plans and these strategies that we offer are so powerful for children so that they can overcome their emotions, and not just for kids, but adults can overcome their fears and their anxiety as well.